Hello everyone, welcome to the Overman channel where I discuss Little Nightmares theories, share my art, and more. I want to address the elephant in the room. I haven't posted in like a month. During Christmas, I got really sick. I don't know what disease I got exactly, but looking stuff up, me and my family thought mono was the most likely cause. Whatever it was felt like destroying my throat in particular, making it painful to talk, as well as just giving me this wicked cough. That has obviously slowed down video production as I kinda need my voice to make these, and also it's really hard to write a script when you're bedridden and feverish every day for weeks at a time. This, on top of a lot of personal life stuff, has led to me prioritizing other things than making videos. Now the dust has kind of settled, I'm recovering, my voice is back, I'm healing, I'm still a little weak, but, that doesn't really affect video production, so I will be getting back into the swing of things. I want to get back into making videos, even though I want to say video production will be a lot slower than usual. I'm going to prioritize quality over quantity. So while I work on the Cradle series, there's going to be a lot of big time gaps between videos. I don't want to keep trying to push out videos every week where in each one I say, just a little longer guys, just a little longer, you just have to wait a little longer on the Cradle series. Episode 1 for the Cradle is already shaping up to be around 20 to 25 minutes, and there is still stuff I have to add. I don't know how long it will take me to make each video, but it is most likely going to be a while. Unless y'all want me to make them as shorter videos and make like 2 videos per chapter, time between updates will be really slow. Although, do let me know in the comments if you'd rather I do that. Instead of the planned 6 episodes, I could totally do like a 12-part series of 8 to 10 minute videos. My humble presumption, however, is that it would be lame as hell to do that many short videos. I feel personally, I would rather watch these longer form videos. So if y'all want something else, let me know, but my own personal opinion, I would rather push out these 20-30 minute videos over a bunch of like tiny short ones. Right now, I'm going to share some sneak peeks of art stuff I've been working on. Expect a lot of these kinds of things whenever the video's out. These kind of renders and animations and comic panels, stuff like that. All of what I'm showing will be very much explained in depth in the first episode. Basically, forgive me for the long wait, but also, I'm telling you it's worth it. Yap session over, let's get to the video. This video is going to be all about the shoe monster. I would love to say that this is a solid theory based on strong evidence and good connections, but honestly, there is just so little information on this guy at all that every theory is kind of just speculation, and this is just more of that, more fun speculation. Once I show you all my big reveal on what I think could hint at what the shoe monster is, at the end of the video, I want to try something new and draw a bunch of concept art and narrate my thoughts on my design choices. First things first, I want to say the shoe monster has had 2 big theories about it. I want to share my 2 cents on those first. The simplest explanation people have said is that the shoe monster is a big overgrown leech. The animation 6 does when she is caught is a reused animation of when she is caught by a leech, as well as it playing a leech-related sound cue. I think that this is very plausible. Some oversized critter eating all the shoes, keeping them from overflowing, so to speak, but I don't think it's a leech specifically. Leeches don't necessarily eat, per se, and also it's too dry for a leech. Usually, leeches in real life just suck blood. They don't eat things typically, they don't chew and swallow solid food. When a leech kills 6, it doesn't eat her, it like squeezes her to death. This leads me to believe that leeches in the nowhere also don't feed like usual animals with chewing and swallowing. This leads me to believe that leeches in the nowhere also don't eat like usual animals. No chewing, no swallowing, usual. With that established, I find it hard to believe that a leech would be suddenly eating. leather nonetheless. If Nowarian leeches don't eat, I think it'd be strange if suddenly some oversized giant leech evolved the ability to. Here's the thing, this theory is really good, but I think the premise of giant creature that eats shoes fits better with a different creature I will reveal to you all in a bit. Just wait a few minutes longer. One last thing, the leeches in the maw are really wet. They're gooey, and they get this strange, tar everywhere. While I think a leech could use its slippery body to undulate through masses of shoes, I honestly imagine that the shoes would just dry it out like salt and it would just die. The shoes are too dry for this wet creature to survive. Another theory I've seen is that it's the janitor. The only piece of evidence, really, is that right after we leave the shoe pit, Roger chases us, and often we see shoes fall when he descends from places. But if the shoe monster is Roger, why would Tarsier be vague with it and not just have him chase us through the shoes like normal? He could have stood upright, waded through the shoes like we do, just regular chasing. And I think even if he managed to submerge himself in shoes of all things, this would be hard enough. A lot of shoes, a lot of friction, it'd be hard enough to get under them in the first place. His anti-aerodynamic, massive head would make it impossible for him to drag himself too. Just too much friction. I'm just imagining Roger's hat and skull peeking above the shoes like a shark fin. That would have been funny. With all of that out of the way, I think I have the clue that can hint to us as to what this thing is. Around the maw are bunches of kids' drawings. Hear me out. In a bunch of them, we see these weird spider-like creatures with 3 legs on either side. We have seen bugs in the nowhere, and all of them are really big and oversized, so I don't think these would just be drawings of normal spiders, like the little ones that crawl up your wall. If these are these spider-like insects, I imagine them to be really big, like other bugs in the nowhere. Simply put, I think that this is what the shoe monster looks like. A brown or bluish, spindly, 6-legged creature that uses its gaping maw filled with sharp teeth and many legs to eat the shoes and pull itself through. Shoes are leather, and leather is just tanned skin. I don't think it's weird to say that some big, 6-legged, 2-eyed spider-like beast is eating what would essentially be really gross beef jerky. I think it makes more sense than a blood-sucking leech. Shoes don't got no blood to suck. I think whatever these creatures are, the shoe monster and maybe the Very Little Nightmares dump monster are some of these creatures. 6-legged, 2-eyed beasts with sharp teeth and the ability to burrow through shoes, sort of like a gopher. It kicks up shoes like said gopher kicks up dirt, and it tries to eat us because we are fresh meat and fresh skin, way tastier than the dry leather it's used to eating. It eats the shoes to make sure there aren't ever too many shoes, and it chases us because despite being well fed, it is hungry for something fresh. This could be why Roger drops in after the shoe room. He avoids that room specifically because some gross, furry, flesh-eating creature resides in it wanting to nip at his ankles. With all of that out of the way, let me showcase some concept art I've done on what a creature like this might look like in a more detailed fashion than those silly kid drawings. Alright, so this one is going to be this is off script, me kind of showcasing my designs. This first one I did, very simple, very basic. You can see the 3 legs on either side, or I guess arms, whatever you want to classify them as. For the hands, the 3 fingers and just black fingernails, I don't know. There's no real thought behind that decision. I just thought it'd be cool. A lot of these designs, we don't have a whole lot to work with. So for a lot of these designs, I took a lot of creative liberties. You'll see a lot of constants, such as the fur, obviously, and there being 6 legs. That's kind of all we know about these guys. Yeah, that's kind of it for this guy. There is a painting of a bunch of animals stacked together in Little Nightmares on the Mall. And I think at the very top, either the very top or the very bottom, is a monkey looking creature. Um, this was inspired by that. This whole guy is kind of just, I mean, interpretation of what the shoe monster could be. I think it looks good. Looking at it right now, it's kind of funny because he doesn't have ears. And I also think his head might be a little too small to be like the shoe monsters. If he's going to be like filtering through shoes or munching on them all. At first, I was thinking it could like swim through the shoes like the worms in Dune, like the sandworms. But on second thought, they could just like pull themselves through and then grab Six and then eat her. They don't have to like have their mouths open. It was an idea that I kind of had in my head the whole time I was designing these, but I'm just now realizing I did not like stick to that at all. All right. This next one I have kind of the same thing. Not really. This one has more distinct front legs and back legs. I used the same kind of concepts with the three-fingered hands and the black nails. This face is a lot more human. A lot more, like, I don't want to say a lot more Little Nightmares-y, but it's kind of like a lot more Little Nightmares-y. This one has ears. Um, big mouth, eat a lot of shoes. I think I could have given it, like, bigger back teeth, like bigger molars, because if it's gonna be chewing through shoes, kind of like tough leather, they gotta have like powerful molars or something. I do want to say, on these designs, this one is like a bluish color, like this kind of like greenish bluish color. This one is like a kind of greenish color, right? So for a few of these designs, I mixed together that brown and like greenish colors. This one is like all green. The middle one is like green and brown, and then this one is all brown. So I just decided for a lot of these creatures, I will be mixing that kind of colors. That I would be mixing that color combination together. The next guy we have is this one. This one's a lot more like faithful, I guess you could say, to the little the kids drawings. This one was mainly inspired by this one, where it's just like the very basic two eyes, gaping mouth. I mean, in this one, there's a really big mouth, so not a lot to it. This guy, six arms. This one has regular hands, regular fingers. The back legs are also arms. Big furry creature with big eyes and a big mouth with rows of teeth. Very simple. This guy was very basic kind of interpretation of what the drawings were. Now this one is kind of interesting. This one was very much inspired by the all blue one. This one where it has like the kind of frills on the back, the dopey face with just two eyes and a mouth, and then the long six spindly legs. You can kind of see it here. The six kind of long spindly legs, the very basic face of just two eyes and a mouth. For the teeth, I did use inspiration from the brown one where his like big teeth are out. Very simple. You can see the kind of frills on the back. I just made that as like swirls in the hair. I don't think this guy would be what the shoe monster looks like. This is like my interpretation of the kid's drawing, not really my interpretation of like the shoe monster, if that makes any sense at all. Now, those are the main drawings I did for the shoe monster, but in the kid's drawing was this guy, and it very much looks like Roger. But at first, I was looking at it and I saw the bunches of arms. And what else has bunches of arms? These guys. So I thought, like, what if these were really abstract drawings of this guy, and this guy was like a detailed drawing of the shoe monster? And that absolutely is not the case. This is probably just a drawing of Roger. I don't know why whatever kid gave him like 10 arms and legs or whatever, but this is him. I decided just like for the hell of it, I would draw my interpretation of this guy. Yeah. I did do like a few legs short, but I think overall it's fun. Instead of having like his skin cover his eyes, I just had his eyes be like folded in on themselves. And that big black smear across the face, I didn't really know how to do that. I could have put like a bandana over his face. That could have been cool. But I like interpreted that as having like black teeth, or that's how I decided to represent the black rectangle over his head. The colors for the jacket are just completely arbitrary. The jacket, the hat. I just thought they looked cool. In hindsight, I could have totally made the jacket like a red because there's red all over his body. But I kind of like this like greenish color more. Looking at it, it is exactly the same as just like these guys. But I don't know. I like it. That wasn't like supposed to be connected at all, but I think it's really fun. I think it looks cool. This guy just standing on his like four hands. I don't know. I don't know what he'd do. I don't know what his role on the mall would be. But I'm really proud of this character design. I think he looks freaky. I think he looks cool. I think he looks a little nightmaresy. And I mean, yeah, that's kind of it for the character design front. I hope you guys don't mind my, I want to say ramblings, but it's not ramblings. My like unscripted kind of just walking you guys through my process, not process. I don't know. My thought process on how I decided to design these concept arts. Um Looking at how long this segment is, it's shaping up to be like 8 to 9 minutes. This whole video is going to be like 20 minutes. And at the beginning of the video, I was like, oh yeah, you guys are going to have to wait for the cradle to come out, though. The video, it's shaping up to be like 20 to 30 minutes, one of my longest videos yet. This is going to be one of my longest videos yet, just because I decided to go on my little 10-minute ramble showing you guys my shoe monster drawings. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. Um, while I was going through and editing the edited portions, the actual scripted parts of the theory, the speculation, whatever, I used CapCut to edit on my phone, and it kept crashing. So I decided I'm just going to end it here. This is going to be my outro. Very messy, very impractical, not at all like how I usually do it, but CapCut is kind of starting to fail me. It keeps crashing. It's been getting laggier. And I don't know if it's like my phone is deteriorating or if the app is deteriorating, because I know apps do that. They like update it to make the app worse, so you buy premium or whatever, which I think CapCut is doing. Same thing with how phone companies like, oh, you gotta update your phone, and then they just make it worse, so you buy the newest phone. I don't know. Completely off topic. Whatever's going on, editing is worse. It's not coming out good. So for this little last portion, I'm just going to not edit, kind of just throw this in the video haphazardly and upload it as is. So this is my super professional scripted outro. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all my drawings. I do sound sick still. I do want to say, I did say I was recovering from getting sick and I have my voice back, but you can still definitely tell that I'm like sickly, so whatever. Yeah, thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Comment anything, any thoughts about these creatures. I really like this guy, so if you really like him, tell me. I'm really proud of him. And all the other shoe monster designs. He's not a shoe monster, but I'm proud of like this guy. You know, all the guys that I showcased. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe for more. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.